Tzu Chi Foundation sends aid to Fangshan Township in Pingtung, which has been hard hit by the pandemic. As Bolivia enters winter, Tzu Chi volunteers send needed aid material to community battling COVID. I'm Sean Scanlan. This is DaAi Headlines. Let's get started. In Pingtung, the pandemic situation in Fangshan Township has heated up, and some public places were closed for 3 days. Although the county government distributed relief materials, some people report it was not enough, as the Tzu Chi Foundation hurriedly dispatched nutritional supplements for the elderly, as well as face shields. Take a look.
Forecasts full of care packages were finally delivered to Fangshan folks after 300 kilometers in the rain.
The materials will be given to the villagers in each household soon, and we will deliver them one by one. Please do not come to pick it up. We will deliver them by ourselves.
Tzu Chi previously provided Donggan Jing Si Halls as a vaccination spot. This time, Tzu Chi provided 1,000 packs of anti-pandemic materials to the Fangshan residents. Tzu Chi's love is really everywhere.
Viruses are everywhere, thus volunteers take precautions before setting off. Following the SOP explained patiently by the doctor, Tzu Chi volunteers put on protective clothing and were ready to send thousands of supplies to the 2 villages in Fangshan. In response to the crisis of Fangshan, the county magistrate asked Tzu Chi for the need for pandemic prevention in order to care for the elderly.
These are Jing Si energy boost powder, instant rice and miso soup, which are very convenient for the elderly to supplement their nutrients. This is an impossible task. It is necessary to gather the material and transport it from the north to the south. After packaging, the local Tzu Chi volunteers will take over the task.
Thank you very much to the Tzu Chi Foundation for supporting our Pingtung County government with a lot of resources since the pandemic. 1,000 packs of nutritious drinks are especially suitable for our elderly to accompany these residents through these 3 days.
Meanwhile, Tzu Chi also donated 1,000 face shields and 3,000 face masks to the Pingtung County Health Bureau. In this time of crisis, Tzu Chi is not absent from the pandemic prevention work.
Many hospitals and medical outlets are experiencing shortages in medical equipment in Taiwan. Thus, Tzu Chi volunteers continue to offer support. Recently, they received a request from Yilan County's Health Bureau stating that they are lacking pulse oximeters. To ensure everyone's safety, the volunteers donate 80 pieces of this equipment for the use by 9 hospitals in the county. Yilan is lacking pulse oximeters. The Health Bureau has an emergency need for this item.
Accepting the request of the Health Bureau, Tzu Chi volunteers donated medical equipment to the county needed on behalf of the Yilan secondhand assistive device platform. In total, 80 pulse oximeters were donated to the Yilan County government.
They've just gathered everyone's kindness to help more people. This way, the hospital patients, whether confirmed or currently in quarantine, can have immediate health information in regards to their oxygen concentration. This way, they feel safer getting treatment or staying at home in quarantine.
When this wave of the pandemic hit, many medical equipment were in short supply. Thus, Tzu Chi volunteers used all possible channels they had to obtain these in order to donate to the county government.
We cannot evenly distribute the oximeters to each hospital. We'll give more to the hospital designated for COVID patients.
Tzu Chi Yilan secondhand assisted device platform has had a good partnership with the government, and this donation received the thanks of the county magistrate.
Thank you for your donation, which is truly needed at this time. On behalf of the county government and the Health Bureau, we all thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
To cooperate with the government's vaccination campaign, the Tzu Chi Foundation lent out 5 Jing Si Halls in New Taipei City to serve as vaccination stations for the public. In addition to the presence of medical staff, many Tzu Chi volunteers also came to support.
COVID vaccinations for the entire Taiwan are still going on. Bantia Jing Si Hall was flooded with many people waiting for vaccination early in the morning. Tzu Chi volunteers guide the flow of people, getting ready to make any adjustment.
Our entire SOP this time has kept changing so as to let everyone, whether it is the route of the doctors, the people receiving vaccination, Our volunteers, we want it to be flawless, so we continue to adjust it when needed.
When the elderly are not very good at using their smartphones, the volunteers sit by their sides to teach them and relieve their uneasy hearts.
Under this pandemic, everyone seems restless. Seeing people coming in to receive vaccination, I think we feel more at ease. As everyone is willing to get the vaccine, I believe this pandemic will be eliminated soon and everyone can resume back to normal life.
The same scene also happened in the Shanghai Jing Si Hall. A group of doctors wearing a huge photographic name tag were answering people's queries and easing their worries.
Some of our residents are worried about the side effects arising from the vaccine. Some residents even brought with their medicine list or medicines to ask if they can get the vaccine when taking these medicines. In fact, as long as people have no immunization issues or any platelets-related problems or any active diseases, they can all get vaccinated.
At this registration site, I can really feel the kindness of the people coming to receive the vaccine, because when they arrive, the first thing they say is thank you for your hard work. Actually, this society is very kind. As long as everyone can be considerate of others and protect themselves, I believe this pandemic will pass soon.
Apart from delivering a warm welcome to the public, volunteers also gave each a little gift.
We pack these blessings charms diligently, hoping to deliver our sincerity and blessings to everyone.
Everyone united as one to cooperate with the government's pandemic prevention measures and also received vaccinations so that herd immunity can be realized as soon as possible.
In Taiwan, after the Level 3 alert was issued, Tzu Chi donated materials to various units and even expanded relief aid to students. Tzu Chi liaison points have also offered to become vaccination stations, as care and assistance for the disadvantaged has not changed.
Chao Chao, who is in the 8th grade, lives on each other with her mother and younger brother. During the pandemic, her mother's income decreased. Under the Level 3 alert, it is even more difficult for siblings to take a class online.
In fact, her brother's absence from school was quite serious. After he had a tablet, he made up for 14 days of lessons and 16 days of homework.
During the pandemic, Tzu Chi expanded poverty relief and provided timely assistance.
Her mother goes out to work and the kids don't have chance to attend classes. At that time, it's hard to get a computer. Her home doesn't have an internet connection. Our social worker immediately helped them get a network card.
We provide timely financial assistance and also material cards for families with a large number of children. They can go to PESMA online to get everything they need in one go.
Chao Chao doesn't have to worry about going hungry for the time being, so she can concentrate on class.
I feel a little more at ease because there are a lot of biscuits, food and instant noodles, dumplings, green onion pancake, etc. at home.
Even with financial difficulties, her mother insists on donating money to do good deeds.
I can't make a lot of effort. At least I can make a little contribution.
Everyone can join in the grant event according to their abilities. We have designed 4 fundraising projects on their website.
Tzu Chi opens online donations to raise everyone's love. Let's do good together and get through difficulties together.
Yong, who lives in Gongliao, is a mentally handicapped person who has been troublesome for the community for a long time. Tzu Chi volunteers decide to help him by cleaning his home, look after his health, and finally changing his life.
After the free clinic, we will send medicine to the folks who have been to the doctor. We found that his eyes were red, just as if he was breathing. His forehead was bleeding, and his head was bleeding. I asked him what was wrong, and he said he didn't know. Maybe it was because of dust or something. I think it might be bacterial infection, because I saw his clothes seem dirty, and his hair doesn't look very clean. I said, "You should hurry up and check your eyes." Otherwise, your eyes will not be healed and you will become worse.
There will be water leaks in the house, and there will be water leaks really. There seems to be dust flying in here, wood chips flying in my eyes, and then I rubbed it with my hands. I was caught by a few wood chips.
对啊，你这样子你打扫也不方便啊。我们就下次来，你看医生，你去跟医生看医生，然后我们帮忙打扫，好不好？再继续看。好，要去看医生。
看他这个样子，然后家里的环境。
Looking at him like this, and the environment at home is so messy, I really cannot bear to see it. And there are no relatives nearby, so if Tzu Chi doesn't do it, who will do it?
He told me that everything was gone. I said the one that was going to be thrown away, and we would give you a new one. He said it was really bad and all been thrown away. In fact, they will be reluctant to bear it.
He is at home and does not allow people to enter. He does not allow people to enter. He is alone. He does not communicate with others. He is here with so many mounds, and the soil has blocked the water ditch. We tried to communicate with him before, but there was really no way to deal with it. Today, he is very kind. I think he is very kind when you come. He felt that he was very good today, and I think his condition is really good today.
就很好，我今天看到他状况真的很好。
这个囡仔哈，有人多人的跟他关心，跟他互动哈，应该是越来会越好的。
Bolivia is experiencing a cold winter right now in the southern hemisphere. It is also battling COVID. There are a few Tzu Chi volunteers in the area, but they still manage to carry out a distribution for 450 families in dire need of supplies. Let's take a look.
Hoy es la 13ª donación. Estamos yendo a 4.500 familias con esto. Todo esto es enviado, la renumeración, todo directamente a la fábrica.
The truck filled with relief aid headed out first thing in the morning. The 80-minute journey was challenging as sometimes the truck got stuck in mud. When arriving at the elementary school, the entry was too narrow for the truck to pass through, and it took 20 minutes to solve the problem. Someone then had to climb to the top of the truck to lift the electrical lines so the truck could pass through. This town, Pozo, Colorado, has never had such a large truck come through before. Before they receive the aid items, volunteers bow in respect, which moved the mayor.
This love comes from Taiwan. On behalf of the citizens, I give Tzu Chi a great big hug. Thank you, Tzu Chi.
In the past year of the pandemic, no one has visited this place to send relief aid. This time, 450 families can receive food of all kinds, weighing in total 37 kilograms.
Thank you so much. I give you 2 or even 3 times the blessings you give us in return, wishing your family is safe and secure.
Thank you for the aid supplies to help our community. You didn't forget about us during the pandemic and have helped us in a critical moment.
Residents in the nearby villages also came to ask the volunteers for help, to which they promised to return again. The town of Tarumatu has been closed for 2 weeks due to someone dying from COVID. They are nearly out of food. Tzu Chi's help has been greatly appreciated by the mayor.
Thank you, Tzu Chi, for the support. I know your care for us will always remain.
Due to the influence of the pandemic, only Tzu Chi volunteer Xie Zhenxiang and his family of 3 were able to host the distribution. However, they were still able to provide the greatest love in the allotted capacity, giving hungry people some warmth and comfort.
Philippine Tzu Chi chapter machine operation course students used recycled iron to build 2 tricycles, one's for carrying passengers and the other's for recyclables to benefit families in need.
In the Machine Operation Center of the Tzu Chi grounds in the Philippines, our Petino concentrate on making tricycle ready to give it to the needy families.
Bibili ng isang set ng pedicab. Aabutin yun ng
If you're going to buy a bike with cart, it might cost around 10,000 pesos, and that's just a second-hand one. A brand new one will cost more than 15,000 pesos, but we were only able to spend 6,000 pesos for all the materials.
tayo ng mga 6,000 sa pedicab sa lahat na ng materials na nagamit natin.
In order to quickly complete the production of the tricycle, our Petino asked machine operation course students to participate, and Mary Joy was one of them.
I'm just a machine operation student, but we were able to build this cart. I feel so proud of myself that I am able to help others. And if I see the smiles on the face of the beneficiaries, I will feel very overwhelmed with joy, and I'm happy for them.
After the bike cart was complete, the volunteers delivered it immediately. Even though it was raining that day, recipient Avila's husband still tried to ride in the rain. He no longer needs to rent other people's bike to carry passengers, which makes him very happy, and he no longer worries about paying more for this expense.
We used to live in Cebu, and then I came here to Manila to work as a maid. Back in 2004, my husband started pedicapping. He earned about 300 pesos a day, but when it rains, there aren't many passengers. I'm thankful to Tzu Chi. It is a great help to us.
Jamie, who lives by scavenging, also needs a tricycle to carry recyclables. Volunteers must accomplish the same mission.
I used to work as a painter in buildings in various houses, but we lost our contractor. After that, I just came here to trade. That's our main occupation here. Right now, I earn about 300 pesos a day. This bike provided by Tzu Chi Foundation is a big help to us. It will make my business easier. Thank you very much.
The action of the people helped the 2 families find hope in life. In the pandemic, it is even more warm.
3 years ago, when Natalia's father passed away, the financial burden fell to her mother who had cancer. Natalia once wanted to suspend school study, but Tzu Chi reached out in time to help her finish high school the next year. Vocational and academic studies are threatened by the pandemic as volunteers have come to care and cheer this family on. 3 years ago, after her father passed away, the mother took care of the family, but she suffered from cancer. Even though she recovered, she still had to work in the parking lot, and her daughter, Natalia, now knows how to share the burden.
I used to be more arrogant. I have changed a lot since I met Tzu Chi, as I will help with housework, wash the dishes, wash the clothes, and tidy up the room.
Natalia also thought about giving up her studies. Tzu Chi scholarship will allow her to graduate from vocational school next year and have the opportunity to find a better job.
I hope she can study hard, and after one more year, she will graduate. I hope she can get good grades.
Tzu Chi helped me with tuition fees. If I didn't get Tzu Chi's assistance, maybe today I would have dropped out of school.
With the current pandemic, their economy is in trouble again, and the company of volunteers keeps this family from feeling they are alone.
I will teach my children to follow in Tzu Chi's footsteps and care for others with kindness. This is what religion teaches us. It teaches everyone to do good.
Malaysia chapter once again assisted the Sultan Abdul Halim Hospital in Sungai Petani, Kedah. Volunteers provided various medical supplies to protect the lives of medical staff and patients.
The first batch of goods arrived last week. Now it's the second batch, which arrived at 2:30 before. Right now we are sticking our Tzu Chi logo on these goods.
The medical supplies donated this time include 12,000 face shields, 12,000 pieces of protective clothing, 4,000 N95 masks, and 10 boxes of adult diapers. Medical equipment includes 4 blood pressure monitors and 2 intensive care bed monitors. Tzu Chi volunteers also donated 2 drinking fountains and 4 second-hand walkers from the Tzu Chi recycling station.
From you recycle it.
But this one, of course, we don't mind. This is the we're going to put it in PKRC for the use of our patient yang 60s to 70s yang tak boleh jalan.
The deputy superintendent personally ordered this medical equipment and also invited volunteers to conduct a human oxygen content test.
Those people who are athletes, their heart rate is about 50, 60, very good. But normal people like us should be about 70, 80.
I'm really grateful to the medical staff on the front line. They're always standing on the front line selflessly to maintain the health of our people.
The nurses for all your relentless effort to save lives, especially during this difficult timing. And please stay strong. We need you. Be healthy. All right? Okay?
So it is a very great help to us that dalam masa we are in a very difficult situation, you lend us a hand for us to go forward and give spirit for us to fight for the COVID-19. Okay, and this is our penghargaan. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, giving us opportunity to help you.
The pandemic has not slowed down, and Tzu Chi volunteers are doing their best to provide the supplies needed by medical workers to protect the health of the public. A kindergarten in Beiling Elementary School in Kaohsiung held a special online graduation ceremony with a special outer space theme, with children appearing to wear space suits. We leave you with these images. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.